Time now for The Real Estate Connection with Stephen Theard, a realtor and certified probate and real estate specialist. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned investor looking to downsize, move up, or refinance, this program is for you.
A house in the middle of our street. Something tells you that you've got to move in the middle of.
From probate sales to landscape design to home repairs and maintenance, this is your weekly look into all things real estate. Now your host for The Real Estate Connection, Stephen Theard.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Real Estate Connection, brought to you by Good Patriot Realty, a salute to home ownership. Thank you again for joining me on the program. Hey, if you don't want to miss another episode, go here to Apple Podcasts and subscribe and hit the like button if you're on YouTube, and hit that little bell to make sure that you get notified every time one of these episodes comes online. You don't want to miss this information. Hey, a happy Veterans Day. I know it's belated to all the veterans out there who have served our country to protect the American dream of home ownership. But since we're so close to Veterans Day, I thought it would be the perfect timing to do a podcast on the benefits of a VA loan. And speaking of benefits, I'd like to remind you of a benefit from Good Patriot Realty. We have a rebate program for military members and first responders. We've partnered with Honoring the Brave to offer you, for sellers, a 10% rebate of the seller commission. If you're a buyer, a 10% rebate of the buyer commission, and that is subject to escrow restrictions and lender approval, just for the small print. And on top of that, an additional 5% to be donated to the charity of your choice, whether it's for first responders, maybe you support I'm trying to think of a different charity, and it's all not coming to me right now. I should have been more prepared. But whether you're supporting animals or PTSD for people who have served in the military, have seen combat, who have traumas, or any type of other charity that you support in your life, we want to help support your mission as well by giving another 5% of our commission back to the charity of your choice. And on top of it all, we, with Honor the Brave and our partnership, will provide to you a custom-made wooden American flag to hang on your wall as a symbol of doing business and your support for the United States of America. And if it's for military, it'll be your standard red, white, and blue, good old-fashioned American flag, or maybe a thin blue line or thin red line if you're a first responder, depending on whether you're law enforcement or fire, or maybe even something in regards to nursing for all of our healthcare providers that are first responders on the first line as well, for you paramedics out there. So without any further ado, let's jump into the program and start talking about VA loan benefits. I like what this has to say in my title here, that it says, "You served your country with honor and distinction. Now is the time to take advantage of the benefit you have earned. Learn the advantages of a VA loan in today's environment of low inventory and high interest rates." You know, that's really, really important when we're talking about where the environment that we're in right now. Interest rates have gone up through the roof for the conventional jumbo loans or regular conventional loans out for the general public. However, veterans, you are not the general public. You have earned this benefit from your service to the United States of America and protecting the American dream of home ownership. So, what are the home loan benefits for VA? First of all, the loan benefit is from the Veterans Administration. That's what VA stands for, in case you're a civilian out there, you've never heard about it, and you want to know what we're talking about. Veterans Administration administers the VA loan. Now, loans are either backed by the VA or they're direct from the VA. So what is a VA or Veterans Administration backed loan? A VA backed loan is a loan issued by a private lender that the VA guarantees a portion of in case the borrower defaults or stops paying the loan. So these are VA backed loans, not loans issued directly by the VA, but backed by the VA. So for instance, if you're getting your loan through one of the major banks in the industry and they're offering a VA or Veterans Administration product, the VA administration is actually coming and backstopping the loan and giving a guarantee to the lender if for some reason some catastrophic event happens and the veteran is not able to continue the payments. The Veteran Administration will provide a certain amount of money to cover the debt. So it makes it less risky for the bank. So the bank has the federal government to limit the amount of loss the bank would suffer if the borrower should stop paying. And then this is less risk for the lender, so the private bank may give the veteran better terms on the loan. And that's what we're talking about, better terms. Did you know that VA loans right now in today's market are about 0.5% lower than loans available to the general public? Now, since I'm not a lender and I'm not licensed, I'm not allowed to quote rates to you. However, if you would like to look in to what the rates are for your VA benefit in comparison to what the general public's rates are, give me a call, Stephen Theard at Good Patriot Realty at 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. I'd be happy to speak to you more about it and connect you to a VA loan specialist who may also have additional programs on top of the VA benefit to help you get better terms on your loan that you have earned. All right, so what types of loans does the Veterans Administration offer? The VA offers 4 types of loans. 1, home purchasing loans. So they're better terms than a private bank. It's super important during these times of higher interest rates. We've all been watching it. The rates are climbing. The Fed's been raising the short-term borrowing rate, and it's been affecting the market, mortgages and bonds. And so the rates have been going up. We saw them up above 8% recently, but they've come back down into the 7s. So you can imagine what those rates look like for a VA loan. They are lower. Can't quote the rates, but they are lower to a point where you might be shocked on what you can actually purchase and how low you can get your payments, not to mention paying points to buy down the rate even further. All right, so what is the second type of loan that the Veteran Administration offers? Native American direct loan program. This is for Native American veterans or wives of Native American veterans. So I was just watching a movie recently regarding code talkers. The Navajo Indians were using their language to communicate on the battlefield information back and forth, calling in coordinates for airstrikes and moving of troops. And the Japanese could not understand what they were talking about or break the code because it was in a Native American tongue, the Navajo tongue. And so Native Americans have a veteran loan program just for themselves, which I think is a wonderful benefit. Also, what else does the Veteran Administration provide? Interest rate reduction refinance loans. So you're able to, if the rates have gone up, and they come down, to refinance an existing VA loan to a lower rate or a more stable rate. So, for instance, you get into a VA loan now, and a year later, things have changed and interest rates have dropped considerably again. And because you're in a VA loan, they may have dropped even more. You can go in and refinance that VA loan. Also, what is the fourth loan that the VA offers? a cash out refinance. So to take equity out of your home to consolidate bills or pay for school, you can take cash out, pull some equity or the increased value in your home out in cash and use it to pay, consolidate bills. Maybe credit cards have gone up because of the economy and you've had to lean on financing just living day to day. Or maybe you've had to put yourself through school in order to improve your financial stability by getting a certificate or a degree to get a promotion and earn more money. You can use that cash out refinance to pay for these types of items. However, I would not recommend it to use your home as a piggy bank, meaning pulling out cash just to buy toys like cars, motorcycles, boats, things of that nature, which we've discussed in a previous program. These are liabilities and not assets, and they cost you money to maintain. They go down in value, and they do not have a high resale value in the future or maintain their value. They're liabilities, and I do not recommend pulling out cash to pay for your extracurricular activities, so to speak. All right, so now that we've covered the 4 types of loan products that the VA has to offer, who is eligible to use a VA loan? So, first of all, you need to hold a certificate of eligibility. And how do you get a certificate of eligibility? All right, service members with 90 consecutive days of active service per the VA website. Now, these eligibility requirements are always subject to change. So I suggest that if you are a honorable discharged veteran with your DD 214, I think I said that correctly. Thank you for your service. I don't have one. Go to the VA website and check what the eligibility requirements are. I pulled these off the site and they're always subject to change. There's my caveat. Veterans who meet minimum active duty service requirements, National Guard members who meet service requirements, reserve members who meet service requirements, and surviving spouses of veterans or spouses of a veteran who is missing in action or a prisoner of war. God bless them. So those are the requirements for obtaining the certificate. So then the next question is how do I go about getting this certificate? I meet these requirements. How do I get it? You apply through e-benefits on the va.gov website. Let me repeat that again. You apply through e-benefits on the va.gov website. The site will walk you through all of the required paperwork. And if you have questions, you can always call this number, 877-827-3702. Again, 877-827-3702. So what are the advantages of the VA benefit, which you guys tuned in to hear? And we're halfway through the program and we're just getting to it. So I apologize, but here we go. Let's jump right into it. Oftentimes, the advantages for a VA loan: no down payment as long as the house does not appraise higher than the purchase price. There you got it. 100% financing. How many times have I heard in the market, I don't have the down payment to purchase a home? What's the lowest amount I can put down for a house? If you're a veteran, 0. Nothing, nada, zippo. You just get 100% financing and you drop yourself right on into that property. All right. Again, like I said before, better rates and terms than from private. I shouldn't say private lenders. Let's say from lenders, from people who are civilians who have never served. You're gonna get better terms. Now, private lenders will administer a VA loan, but as a veteran, you're gonna get better terms than a civilian who's never served. You can borrow up to the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan limit without a down payment. Now, you can go onto the website and check where you're at. So this podcast, wonderful thing about the internet is this podcast can be listened to anywhere in the world, right? Or anywhere in the United States of America. but I'm going to speak specifically to my home county where I'm located. So that's Santa Clara County. So what's the VA loan limit currently as of 2023? Because I looked this up just a couple of days ago. The loan limit in Santa Clara County is 1,089,300. So basically almost 1,090,000. But that's a lot. That's a lot. You can get a decent house in Santa Clara County with this loan limit. You're going to be on the edges of the county, I will admit. Probably in Gilroy, California, to get something at this price point. Otherwise, you're going to be in the condo or townhouse market. However, if you do have, and again, I know I said no down payment, but if you do have some down payment, this gets you into other properties. So, depending on where you're at, check the loan limits. I did not check for the surrounding counties that I work in, which would be San Benito County, Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, San Mateo County, and Alameda. However, the website will have that information to let you know where those loan limits are at. But 1,089,000 is not a small amount of money. All right. With high interest rates, this is a great time to use the benefit. And again, fabulous time to use the benefit. Where people have been edged out of housing, you're at a lower interest rate. You can borrow more money. You can use that to get an edge on the market and actually get into a house while there is less competition. We would have thought that because of these high interest rates that values would have come down, but because it's so difficult to get a loan, I was just talking to a client earlier before I started the podcast of his bemoaning of how difficult it is to get all the documentation that a lender wants to finally approve a loan. That's because they've really tightened up lending rules and requirements so that people who do get a loan are really qualified. They're truly qualified for the house. And because people have put 20% down, 50% down, 100% down, there's a solid core foundation holding up this market. Plus, since interest rates have gone up, sellers are hesitant to move because they're sitting on 3% 30-year fixed as an interest rate. And some people are under 3%, and they're looking at the marketplace going, hey, I don't want to move because I don't want to jump into this 8% or 7.5% or whatever it is interest rate to buy a replacement property. However, if you're a veteran, guess what? You can use your benefit again. Sell the house, use the benefit to get a lower interest rate than the general public. All right. No private mortgage insurance or PMI when you do this 100% down for a VA loan. You do 100% down or 3.5% down an FHA loan, you've got the private mortgage insurance, which is insurance for the lender in case you default, but you're paying it and you get no tax benefit from it. All right. FHA loans have mortgage insurance payments, and then you have fewer closing costs with a VA loan, and no prepayment penalty if you pay the loan off early. All right, so what can you use a VA loan purchase for? You can buy a single family home up to 4 units. So you can buy a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex. So if you're looking to buy an investment property, there you go. You can live in one unit and rent the others for investment income. So what if you buy a fourplex? You live in one, rent 3. Duplex, live in one, rent the other side. Or if you just want to have a single family home, that's fine too. You can buy the home and improve it. You can buy a manufactured home or a mobile home, as we call it in the business, and one of my friends calls them metal mansions. But you could buy a manufactured home or a lot. You can build a home, and then you can make changes to an existing home or add new features to make the home energy efficient with a VA loan. You can use the loan for the first time home purchase. And you can use the benefit again if you sell or refinance the home you purchased with a VA-backed loan. Meaning, hey, right? You used your VA benefit. You've outgrown your property. And you're like looking at these rates and they're like really high. Check the VA loan rate. It's lower. You may be able to get done what you think you can't get done right now because you haven't checked. And if you want to know, call me 408-472-0817. Again, 408-472-0817. And I can give you the scoop as to what the rates are, or put you in touch with somebody who can. All right. Timing is perfect for VA-backed loans. You earned it. Less buyers in the market equal less competition. Well, that's changed. There are buyers in the market. There's less of them, but the issue really is there's less inventory. So there is still some competition, but you can get over the hump easier because you're going to be using a lower interest rate. Since the market is a little bit different, there is the opportunity to negotiate and ask the seller to pay points to buy down the rate even further. You'd be surprised what those rates look like when you pay 1 or 2 points, which is 1% or 2% of the loan amount, in order to get a lower fixed rate over time. If you have questions about that strategy or want to know how it works specifically for the VA benefit, give me a call. Stephen Theard, Good Patriot Realty, 408-472-0817. And the best benefit of all, no money down, right? Caveat, you have to find a house in the price range that a VA loan will cover, but there is the opportunity. And you don't have to buy in Santa Clara County. You can buy in San Bernardino County, Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, San Mateo County, Alameda County. Wherever the benefit will work best for you, you can buy there. So I'm going to leave you with this as we sign off. This is something that you veterans already know about because you are these things. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. You had to be strong to enlist and courageous to enlist in order to put your life on the line to serve your country, to protect the American dream of home ownership. Good Patriot Realty salutes you, the veteran, for doing these things for us and the people you love. So God bless you. God bless the United States of America. God bless all the veterans who have served and put their lives on the line to protect the American dream of home ownership. And don't forget, Good Patriot Realty's rebate program for military members and first responders. 10% of our commission back to you, 5% of our commission to a charity of your choice, and a wooden custom-made, a wooden American flag as we partner with Honor the Brave. So we'll see you next time. Where is my sunrise? My podcast. And we're going to add this as we sign off. See you next time on another episode of The Real Estate Connection, brought to you by Good Patriot Realty. A salute to home owners.
This has been The Real Estate Connection with Realtor and Certified Probate and Real Estate Specialist Stephen Theard. Licensed Cal BRE number 0170019. For more information on this program, visit realestateconnectionradio.com. To contact Stephen directly, call 408-472-0817 or email info@realestateconnectionradio.com. And be sure to tune in next week at this time for The Real Estate Connection.